Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Sam from the Soul of Stella, and today, instead of doing a monthly collective reading, which I still might do, I felt really called. I'm actually going to take these to do a divine feminine reading. I just feel like, and I, especially in my private readings where I face-to-face meet people, and just a lot of women that I know at the moment, and anyone who identifies as a woman really, they're just going through it. So I just want to tap into that energy for a little bit and see what's coming up, and just go where spirit wants us to go. So hopefully this is helpful in some way. I've actually got paper here because I feel like we might have to write something down, some kind of spell or petition, gratitude. It's even just like downloads. I am recording this on a Sagittarius full moon, so whenever you're watching it, it's when you are meant to find it, but it's a very powerful, like, I just feel like breakthrough in terms of what we've been waiting for so long. A lot of divine feminines has really been pushing, but feeling like you're like actually just, I feel like dropping, you know, like you're dropping into an empty cavity, and it's like you're trying to climb up a slippery slide, but you just keep getting down, like pulled down, and the static is getting annoying, and I don't know, can you relate? It's a kind of cavernous feeling. And we're just like, I know I have to be patient. Interesting that I say that because we've got the Judgment and the Four of Pentacles here. This is a very, I'm going to call it eclectic and electric deck. This is the Starman tarot deck by David de Angelis, I think that's how you say it. But he did a bunch of art for David Bowie. So it's extremely, yeah, eclectic and electric. But this Four of Pentacles feels like you've been holding on. You know, you're holding on to the sides of the slide and you're trying to pull yourself up. But there's something else. You've been holding on to this idea of when or how I know I'm going in the right direction. And people might be calling me crazy because I'm waiting, or I'm holding on to something, persevering with something. But it's like you knew, or you know that there's a reckoning. You know that there's a comeuppance here. You know that there's a day of reward, that you know that there's something that's coming back around for a reason. It could be a person, a place, or a thing coming back around, and it just feels like deep inner guidance is bringing you in this direction. You could also be struggling financially, or you think you are, but there's a need here to really tap into. And as I said that, my head is pounding. Frontal cortex, like pounding. I think there's a lot of stress here about... We've just jumped straight into this, so please only take what resonates, of course. You have free will. Other people have free will. Time is fluid. So it just feels like with this pounding headache, it feels like we've been holding on to something and waiting for something to take shape. You know, it's kind of like this almost version of a skull in the background here, but it's like molten parts, and it just needs to take shape. It needs to form properly. And this is what we're holding on to. It's like, okay, I've got a piece of this and a piece of that. And this is why people are saying to us, look, maybe it's not the right thing to do right now. There's something about like this is in our DNA. It was in our, it feels destined, okay? With this helix kind of pattern here, it just feels very destined. It feels like something you kind of agreed to, not kind of, but you really agreed to before incarnating here, you know? And it's like, yes, this Judgment card looks very resurrecty, okay? It looks very, yes. It feels like Frankenstein. And there's something robotic about these two cards especially. It's like I was built this way, and everything that I've done up until this point is going to be worth it to become and to have and to do the things that are about to shift. And I really do sense a big shift coming with this. And my voice, ooh, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. It makes you a little bit nervous to be this assertive about something. And it could be very quietly assertive. Like, you're not telling too many people. With this Princess of Wands and the Princess of Swords, it's like only certain people are privy to this information. But I think that some people who've been watching you closely, and I feel community. And when I do readings like this, guys, I really don't read exactly as tarot like textbook says. I read like between the lines and around the lines, if that makes sense. And I really get an image in readings like this. I really get an image. And my clairvoyancy and my clairsentiency, especially that headache, it amplifies when I tune into like a collective energy or a divine feminine energy, or more private personalized energies. They just allow me a little bit more freedom. So if you're wondering like what's she talking about, it's not entirely what's on the cards. Yeah, I feel like there's only certain people that are privy to this, and it feels like teammates. It feels like intergalactic. This is weird. It feels like intergalactic teammates. You're really going to know your people in a time like this. And I think that we're drawn, the divine feminines have been drawn to each other for support right now. And it might be through very different ways. It might be through, look, this one person posted something on their stories and it resonated with you. And then you said, oh my goodness, I feel this, you know, and then there's a whole conversation that follows. And then there's voice noting. And then every couple of days, it's how you doing? How's it going with that? And we're all like, oof, oof. We all just feel something is changing, but we feel like we're part of something bigger here. It feels like a collective uprising, a collective secret. Wow. You are being watched by like people who desire to be like you. I feel like you're inspiring people even though you don't feel like you completely have it together. There's possibly like 4 things that you're juggling at the same time. So that could be work, family situation, a love situation, and like inner healing or something like that. You know, there's like 4 main ingredients right now, but there's one thing that is driving and inspiring really the rest of what you're working on at the moment. You've got justice at the bottom, judgment and justice. Okay, so something is changing, something is being set right. There is something that is deeply coming into balance at this time, deeply being set right. I'm noticing in the background of this Princess of Swords, I mean, she looks like she's hanging at the top of a tightrope on top of a building, and then there's like this ghostly figure in the background. I do feel like you've been watched by possibly the person or someone who has to do with this main thing. It's like the main character energy of the person who has to do with this main thing. So there's 4 things, but there's a main thing. And I think that person is definitely keeping an eye on you here. What else does the divine feminine need to know right now? 7 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. This is what's changing. There's a time that you're going to want to give generously to yourself, and it might be like you're stopping yourself from doing that at the moment with the 10 of Swords and the King of Swords. You're stopping yourself from giving generously to yourself because you're holding on, you're pinching pennies, you're saving for that rainy day. But it's like, I'm not saving for a rainy day, I'm saving for the day of my reckoning. I keep hearing that. I'm saving for a reckoning. It's like, and I want to put this 6 of Pentacles in the middle here because it feels like that's where your reward lies. That's where your like almost not like, and it's not like you're in your ego about this situation. It's just you're saying like, you win, you know, I win the game. And no one else has to know that you won. But it's like when you know that this shift actually does happen is when, like, I feel floodgates open up for you in terms of money starts coming in, opportunities start coming in. you know, all of this from the heavens. And look at the color, right? The color that's coming in from the heavens here is actually coming in through your crown. You've opened yourself up. You've done the healing. You've put in the work. You've believed. You've persevered. Even when people were naysaying, you've stood your ground. And this, look how rooted this Six of Pentacles really is. And it's got this like rooted figure. It has wings. It's like, yep, I'm completely where I need to be, but I'm also like floating above the earth. And you're on fire at the same time. Like, it's all the best things. Like, it's absolutely, it feels like you're leveling up timelines. It feels like you're flipping the flipping the script on who everyone else thinks that you are. And if they think that you're inspiring now, they're going to be absolutely blown away by what's coming. But I think you're going to be blown away by what's coming too, because it's like there is a part of you that doubts. There is this part of you that's stopping yourself from believing too much, going too much in one direction. There's something like, there's a sneaky self-doubt that is creeping up. And this is why you're like, please happen sooner rather than later, because I'm starting to lose faith. I'm starting to wobble on that precipice of like that, you know, that thin ribbon that it's hovering over the top of the city. You know, I'm hanging by a thread, and it's like the static of that slippery dip that I kept seeing. It was like, it's like a plastic hot slippery dip, and it's just like all the static is making the hair all over your body stand up, and your hands feel funny, and it's like you can't even feel your hands anymore. You've been holding on so tight. There's definitely someone watching you. I feel like it is a masculine. I need to clarify this with the King of Swords here. This is the Surveillance King. I feel like you've been very assertive over your own mind. You're being very careful about the way you speak to yourself and the language that you're using. It's like you're not even like calling out the pink elephant. You're meaning what you say and saying what you mean to yourself, and you're being very aware of how you speak to other people as well. It's really in terms of betterment, self-betterment. Clarifying now the King of Swords, and we've got the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. Someone is making plans. This King of Swords, I believe, is making plans to come communicate to you, to offer you stability, happiness, commitment, family, love. They want the whole shebang with you. And I feel like they're going to reach out soon, and there's going to be a lot of backwards and forwards conversation. And it's going to be like how I was talking about you finding your tribe of other divine femmes who are having their own awakening. And when I say awakening, it's not even like the beginning. I feel like a lot of us have been on this journey for quite some time, for like 6+ years is what I'm feeling with this Six of Pentacles. 6+ years. And I think that when you start to speak, when this person comes forward and starts messaging you or communicating with you, it's got the same kind of backwards and forwards vibe. It's got the same kind of backwards and forwards conversation that really like vibes with each other. There's no awkward silences. It feels very different to how this person possibly communicated in the past. I'm really seeing that like this person was overwhelmed, overburdened, was stuck in their head, was a different part of themselves. Look at this image of like the divine masculine tearing away from his other self. I think your spiritual awakening, your like up-leveling here has really forced some kind of reckoning within this person, where any sneaky behavior that they were exhibiting was because they were battling their own internal demons, and because they were becoming someone that they were saying they're one person, but they're acting like another. That's interesting. And now they're coming through as someone who really knows exactly what they want. They know exactly how to say it. They have meticulously been planning to have a beautiful, look at this card, stunning. To have this 10 of Cups, to have bliss and happiness and rainbows and make you like part of their family, part of their tribe. I see these 3 cups kind of shining down on these people, almost like little spotlights here. So it feels like a big celebration, because this is actually the 10 of cups, but there's like 3 cups that look like spotlights at the top. It feels very celebratory. I think a lot of people are going to be happy to finally see you two in partnership in whatever way that plays out. But it's like this person comes forward quite quickly. They're like on a hoverboard, you know, they're hovering above earth. As I was saying with this 6 of Pentacles, it's like you're very grounded, but you're also hovering above the earth in terms of you're on a new wavelength. And I think this person has finally adjusted enough to be able to come through and make this like announcement. It feels very announcement. Yeah, what is this 8 of Wands that they're coming through to express? I mean, with the 10 of Cups is there, but what is the 8 of Wands? The Queen of Pentacles. They want to give to you. They see you as abundant. They see you as beautiful. They see you as a perfect match to them. They see you grounded. You could be very healing to this person. Yeah, it feels like they want to make a commitment for sure with this 10 of Pentacles. They know it, and again, they know that you're their other half, or it's a partnership of some sort, whether that's in love or friendship or work, but it feels like it's part of their destiny as well, because here we have that helix kind of thing coming back in. It feels like your magic has played a huge part in this person's transformation, and they want to thank you for that. They want to reward you for that. They want to take care of you. Strength, you could be dealing with a Leo, but this is like 2 people also like evolving. This is 2 people finding the courage to, it feels like you, divine, if you're the divine femme, you could be a cross-watcher divine masculine high. You could be like really, and that's energy, okay? It's not gender-based, it's energy-based. You could really have, and I do think you've delved deep into that inner strength to get to this part where even though your hands were slipping, and I'm really feeling like my stomach dropping. There's this hill where I live, and you drive down it really quickly and you feel, we call it tummy hill, and your stomach just drops. It's like a roller coaster. I'm feeling like you're so close to feeling like you're about to fall off this precipice of holding on for dear life, for this knowing to come to fruition. And that took so much strength. And I think that this person is acknowledging the strength that it's taken for you to evolve, and the strength that it also took to inspire them, because it's almost like they were unshakable before. I feel like they were someone whose feathers would never be ruffled, or who someone that would take a lot to disrupt them. It would take a lot to throw them off. And your power, I really see this Queen of Pentacles as super powerful. Your power has given this person the inspiration they needed to then dive into their own inner strength and find what's important to them, so that they could up level to meet you where you're at. So instead of them like being in commitment with you, and this is the hardest thing, I think, that's like distracted and almost derailed a lot of us on this journey, Divine Femmes. It's like, instead of being in commitment with you and this person this whole time, and this person kind of sucking from your roots, I know that sounds really strange, but like taking all your energy to heal, this person has actually done you a favor in their mind. And I think they've done something that not a lot of other people in your life have been able to do for themselves, is they took themselves away from you. They isolated themselves in some way so that they could grow to meet you as you were still expanding and evolving. So instead of going, oh, well, I'm healing, you're healing, we'll heal together and eventually I'll catch up, this person recognized that you were growing at such speed that they would bring you down, or that they would like dry out your leaves, your blossom. They would suck the life out of you by trying to keep up in your energy. And it's like they had to do this do this by themselves. They had to have the strength to not just be away from you when they wanted to be near you, but they had to do it by themselves in a way that feels like they've never done this before, because this person just was like a fortress. Wow, very interesting. This person was like a fortress, but now they're coming forward, and they're coming forward like a force to be reckoned with, because you're a force, they're a force, and together it's like kaboom. Beautiful energy. Like you've both tamed the beast, and there's just, it feels power couple vibes here. 6 of Cups. This could be someone that you had a friendship with in the past. It could be someone that, you know, the friendship died off for whatever reason and now it's coming back around. There is someone that has been on your mind that you've been holding on to. It hasn't fully formed yet, okay? This is that person. A lot of memories, a lot of wishing and hoping, a lot of daydreaming, very like Cancer Pisces energy there as well. What is the outcome of this situation over the next, let's say, month? What is the outcome of this situation, please, Spirit? The 4 of Cups. Will you accept? This person's not sure if you're going to accept this offer. Why the 4 of Cups? Oh, all the other offers. That makes sense. You've got the 6 of Cups again. You've got the World. You've got the Starman. Yeah. It's you, all the other things that you said no to, and possibly like even no to being generous to yourself, no to going out with friends, no to spending money, no to moving in that direction, no to taking this person on a date. None of these, you've said no so many times when you just were like so lonely and so like almost desolate that it's all going to be worth it. It's all going to be worth it because you'll be able to say the biggest resounding yes of your life. And it's like you felt so uprooted, but when everything starts to take root, oh my goodness, it feels so right. It feels so right. There's our Justice card again. Balance. It feels like head and heart are aligned. It feels like also your chakras all align as well, as you see that like bolt of yellow golden light going straight through this person. Okay, I'm seeing this person's going to ignite so many ideas, so much vision, so much clarity. Your own clear senses may actually like come into being, may make themselves known to you. I feel like if you've had any stomach issues, if you've had trouble expressing yourself, if you've felt very lethargic, if you've felt very uninspired, if you feel like your inspiration tank has been almost depleted because you've been putting in so much, it's all going to be reignited here. And I think there's a great deal of like sensual adult chemistry as well with this person. And it's all going to be set right. It's all going to like make sense. Finally, it's going to make sense. I think you're also going to surprise a lot of people with how right you were. I'm picking up the Harry Potter sorting hat. I just saw this hat in the corner here and it just made me think like, you know how like the hat will say, if you haven't watched Harry Potter, in the big hall, and it's like sorting out the kids into which school or class or group, I guess you could call it, house, right? Which house they're going to go into. And it's like the sorting hat can surprise people. And I think this is really going to, this connection when it comes back around is really going to surprise people. And it's going to show people just how like smart you are, just how clever, just how resilient, just how inspired. Like I said before, they think that you're inspiring now. Like they ain't seen nothing yet. But I think that's also going to surprise you. You're actually going to be so shocked that everything that you did to deserve this, to get this, to encourage this, to manifest this, you're going to be like, wow, I did that. I did that. Yes, me. Hurrah. Here's my treasure. It's actually a moment where please don't humble yourself. You know, that's what I'm feeling. It's like no more imposter syndrome. Now I absolutely know. Now I absolutely know for certain. Ace of Swords. I know for certain that I did this, that this was meant to be, and now I trust myself. Wow, that's beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Now I trust myself. What is the self-care message for the Divine Femmes? What is the self-care message for the Divine Femmes for this situation, please, Spirit? Movement. I just heard somatic movement. I'm feeling your energy needs to move through. She also looks like she has the whole world within her, okay? There's a universe inside of you, Sinead O'Connor. It's like, move that energy, keep it going around, because that where you can't feel your fingers and your toes from holding on so much, you need to like draw down as much energy as there is left in your body. And as you move, it's like you're actually creating more energy. It's like when you do this. So I do this before I tune into like any kind of energy work. It just puts a vibration. If you can feel it, you can feel it. It starts heating up. There's a vibration between here. You've created energy, okay? I also feel that you need to put on a candle and pop some water near you as well. Put some, like, I'm hearing frequency music. So again, with the chakras that I was feeling in this Justice card, put on different frequencies for different chakras. I feel like you're doing it in your lounge room, your living room, where there's a television, and you can turn it up real loud and just, yeah, dance like no one's watching. It's that kind of vibe. Music and connect with your ancestors. Yeah, this is what I think you're doing anyway. I think you're really, really doing this, but you're also opening up this portal, and your aura is now like expanding its 7-foot radius like it should as you move. And there's something very healing for the body. Of course, but it's like very healing for feeling grounded, for feeling in your body instead of out of your body. You're having an out of body experience, but your guides are really saying, I want you to feel this. I want you to feel how powerful you are. I want you to feel how powerful this situation is. Okay, I've got my Rebecca Campbell Megadeck here. Advice for one more. That one. Yeah, activated earth and star bathing. Okay, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. It's everything we've just talked about. You're definitely a light worker, and you're definitely coming into your full range. And I won't say complete, because I don't think we ever really stop learning and growing as light workers, but you're coming into your full light body experience. It might also benefit you to lay out in the night sky, do a crystal grid as well. I'm hearing pendulums. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. Ooh, so do this in a position, do this moon star bathing, night bathing, in a place that feels right for you, in a place that feels safe, in a place where you think that fairies could live, is what I'm hearing. Love that for you. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And that's what you are doing. This is confirming you're 100% right here. Whatever the situation is, that you are secretly, not so secretly, you know, because there are a few people that are watching you and really understand, and there are some other divine femmes in this community that you're building. It feels online to me, that understand what you're going through, and they are not judging you. They are not judging your big decision here, but there are other people that are judging you, and you're just going, you know what? These people's opinions aren't going to like create my life. I'm going to co-create my life with the universe. I know my path. I'm listening to my body. For some of you, it's going to be the first time you've actually truly listened to your body and let things move through your body. It's interesting because I was just listening to that song, I'm a lucky girl, and everything comes to me, flows to me, moves through me. I'm a lucky girl. So that's definitely something that you're trying to embody right now. All right, we're going to end with a Heal Yourself reading card here. I love these cards. What is the main purpose of this healing, of this transformation? I just heard of this undoing and becoming. Okay, undoing and becoming. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, we have wild. Yeah, you've been called and you're following the wild. It's the wild divine femme right there, for sure. Stealing away in the night, you know, taking my one little idea, which is not so little, and I'm really believing in it. And I'm stepping into this power of my true feminine, my divine feminine, some seductive qualities there. It feels like taking a risk. It feels like something that a younger, riskier version of yourself might do. Okay, self-sabotage. Enough of this behavior. Enough of this. You're saying enough is enough. Enough is enough of letting other people dictate how things should go for me and keep me back, hold me back. Discover your life purpose. This is the whole purpose. We asked, what is the purpose of this? You're discovering your life purpose, and look at the person who is serenading you. There is some kind of divine masculine here serenading you. Wow. It's divinely guided, for sure. Look at this little smoke angel up here. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. I'm hearing like women who run with the wolves. That might be something that you need to read. It's a very wordy, very thick book by Christine Pincola Smith. I don't know. I can't remember. It's got some of those letters in it. I might link it below for you. But you're discovering so much about yourself and how to release the paradigms and the programs that society and people and upbringing has really brought upon your life. This is amazing. I love this for you. I love this for me. For my divine femmes, please let me know in the comments below how this resonated for you. And if you are a divine masculine and you like a divine masculine reading like this, please let me know. I know most of the people who watch my channel are feminine, but you know, if I hear the call, I'm going to answer the call. So please let me know how it resonated in the comments below. And thank you so much for sharing with people who might find this interesting and subscribing so I can see you in the next one. I love you guys. Take good care of yourself. Bye.